Hello and welcome. This is Sadhusman. When you create a report in Power BI, you can add bookmarks that will capture the current state of a report page. Bookmarks save the current filters and slicers, cross-highlighted visuals, etc. When you share your report with others, they can look at that exact state of visuals by selecting your saved bookmarks. Bookmarks can be used in many different ways. For example, they can be used to navigate between different report pages using buttons. They can be used to create a slideshow of your visuals. And they can also provide you a way to show and hide your slices on any given report page so that you can enjoy more space on your canvas to show visuals to others. Let's see these topics one by one. I have a report in which I have created sales by month for different cities like Islamabad, Karachi, Lahore, Peshawar, and Quetta. And I have also created these buttons on top so that whenever I click on these buttons, I should be able to go to the relevant report page and show the visual as per my selection. For example, if I were to click on the Lahore button, I need to go to the Lahore sheet and then show the sales for the month for the Lahore for different months. Whereas if I click on Islamabad, I want to go and look at Islamabad sheet and show the visuals related to Islamabad sales. For this, I have created three sheets in the same manner and exactly in the same way. And now I also have created three different buttons, and buttons can be added using the insert and buttons. And here I have used a blank button, and there I can modify it, and I can also format it based on my requirement. And I want to write some text like my text, and I can make it bold, and I can change the font color, and I can also increase its size, so on. And I can do the formatting like this. After I have created these buttons, I can use bookmarks to navigate between these report pages. The first thing which I need to do is to create a visual, for example, a line chart in this case, and in the same manner, in exactly the same manner in which I want to show my visuals to others. First, I have created this. For example, I've taken months on the x-axis and total sales value on the y-axis, and I have created a slicer based on my cities, which I have selected from my regions table. And once I am done, I have created the same report page with different selection. In this sheet, I have selected Lahore as a city, and in this, I have selected Islamabad as a city. Once this is selected and done, then I've also copied and pasted the same three buttons on each of the report pages, Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad. Once I'm done with this, I want to make sure that the Karachi sheet, Karachi visual is exactly the same format that I want to show. That is, Karachi has to be selected on this sheet and so that the sales of Karachis are visible here. When I select Lahore, Lahore sales should be appearing on this visual, and similarly for Islamabad. Okay, once we are done with this creating the buttons, then it's time to create some bookmarks. Let me delete this button here, which I don't need. And now when I click on view page, I have a bookmarks pane here. I have a bookmarks button here. I will click on bookmark, the bookmark pane will appear. And now in the Karachi sheet, I will first select the slicer of Karachi so that the Karachi sales are visible. And then I'm going to add a bookmark. But just by pressing the add bookmarks, the bookmark will be added by the default name of bookmark one. Let's double click it and call it Karachi sales. Let's go and click on Lahore. And then when we have Lahore sheet visible, we have selected the Lahore slicer, Lahore from the slicer here. Let's add another bookmark by name and let's call it Lahore sales. And similarly do the third one as Islamabad sales. When I'm done with this, I can just go and check whether the bookmarks are working or not. If I just click on Karachi sales, I'll go on Karachi. I'll go to Karachi. If I select Lahore, I will go on the Lahore sheet. And when I click on Islamabad, my navigation is working fine. Once we are done with creating these bookmarks, the next thing which we need to do is to modify these bookmarks. There are certain options available regarding, you can see that there are certain checks are there on data display in current page and all visuals. What we need to do is just to uncheck the data part. The data check shows that the bookmark is saved along with the data itself. For example, I want to slice and dice something on the page, and when I'm creating the bookmark, the data, the selection is saved along with that. I don't need to do that because what I need to do is I just want to use bookmark for navigation purposes. I don't want to save the data along with the bookmark. So I'm going to click on this data again so that it is unchecked. I'll do the same again with Lahore and Islamabad sales. And once it is done, I can link this with my buttons. For example, if I click on my Karachi button, in the format menu, in the format pane, I have an option called action. If it is off, in your case, you can turn it on by clicking on this toggle. Select the action bookmark and go to Karachi. And then now select the other one, action bookmark, select Lahore. And the third case, action bookmark, and select Islamabad. Once it is done, you have to go to the next page and do the same, repeat the process all over again. Now I have linked these buttons with my bookmarks. So when I click on, let's say, Control plus click on Karachi, my Karachi gets activated. If I click on Lahore, Control plus click, Lahore, and then when I click on Islamabad, Islamabad sheet gets activated. So bookmarks are working fine here. This is the first application of bookmark where we can use these as navigation tools. We can also use these bookmarks as to create a slideshow of our visual. For example, let me select these bookmarks first. 1, 2, and 3, and let's group them together. And let's call this cities. And when I click on cities, I can use this view button to create a slideshow. Now you can see I have a ribbon down below here which says bookmark 1 of 3 and Karachi sales. And I can use this arrow key to go to Lahore and then go to Islamabad. As many bookmarks that I have, I can add these bookmarks in the slideshow, and I can run the slideshow to make a presentation to my management, to my audience, to my colleagues, to my clients, and whosoever needs to see these visuals. So this is one way of using bookmarks. So now we have already used bookmarks for two reasons. One, to navigate between different pages, and two, to create a slideshow of our visuals. There's a third example of using bookmarks, and that is in the next sheet. In this sheet, you can see a line chart of sales by month for printers in a particular city. I can choose between the actual and budget scenarios. I can choose between various product categories, for example. And if I can also choose between different cities. So whatever I do, I have got three big slicers on the sheet, and they are taking a lot of space on my canvas. So what I need to do is I want to free up some space, and I want to use these images to show and hide my slices. And I can use bookmarks to do the same. For example, if we click on this selection button on this view menu, we can see various items that are there in the sheet, and you can see whether which image is visible and which image is hidden. And I can show with scenario slicer, category slicer, and city slicer, for example, and the visual actual sales by month. We can use bookmarks to show and hide these slices. First of all, let me hide these slices and adjust my visual accordingly so that it should take full space on my canvas. And then I can show these slices on top of them so that whenever the user selects anything, the slicer should be visible. And when the slices are hidden, the visual underneath should appear. Let us create some bookmarks to show the visible or hidden state of these slices. I will call this, let's say in this case, whenever I click on this button, the slices will appear and this button will get hidden. So I'm going to click on this and click hide. I will hide this visual, and the slicer will be visible like this. Let's create a bookmark here. Let's call this bookmark slicers shown. And when slices are hidden, I'll have to show this and hide this, and the slices will all be hidden. And this situation will be, this condition or this view will be called slices hidden. Let's call this slices hidden. And again, let us link these buttons with this. So when I'm going to click on this button will activate the slicer shown bookmark. So I'm going to click on this button here, go to my format, click on bookmark and slices shown. When the slices are shown and when I create this, when I click on this button, the slices will be hidden again. So I'm going to click on this and click action, bookmark, slices hidden, and let's check it out. For example, if I click on this, the slices are hidden. If I click on this, slices are shown. So this is how you can also, if you want, you can replace, put this visual one over the other. For example, if I show all these things together and just place exactly on top of each other, and then now bookmarks, slices shown. Yeah, and then we can click on this, slices hidden, slices shown, and so on. So this is how you can use bookmarks in very creative ways in your Power BI reports. And it will give you a lot of leverage, a lot of space, a lot of freedom to show your visuals to your audience. I hope you would have enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.